My dating life update as a 35 divorced a single mom. I went back on Facebook dating, and when I tell you men are not men no more, they are in their feminine energy because all the men want to be chased. They want you to message them first. They want you to be the one that's interested, and then they want to be all nonchalant and not give you no effort. Like, honey, I have a good job, a decent credit score. Yes, I'm a single mom, but I'm a good woman. I know I'm a prize, regardless of whatever men try to say about women that have kids. I'm not going to just be like, yes, you're talking to me, you're God's green gift, or like you're God's gift to women. Absolutely not. Okay. But I will say this. I used to be the type of woman that would only talk to one guy at the same time. But this time, when I went back on Facebook dating, I said I was going to talk to several different people at the same time and date and see what I do and what I don't like, so that I don't have expectations, that I don't get my hopes up and I don't get my feelings hurt. So if you're a divorce A and you're out there, like, see what's out there. Don't just put all your ducks or all your eggs in one row. Okay. Was that the saying? You get what I was trying to say. Don't put everything in one basket and see what's out there, okay? I love you guys and I'll keep you guys updated. Bye.
Lady, men don't care about your job or money. You are not the price. You already got kids and you are 35. You already lost what high-value men desire the most in a woman. After failing miserably in the dating scene, she decided to start stalking her ex-husband and making his life a living hell by using their children as weapons because her ex-husband moved on with his life with another woman. This next clip will show you an example on how she expects her ex-husband to help her every time she is in trouble using her kids.
You guys thought my baby daddy, estranged husband Carlos, was a piece of work before. Let me tell you what he did this morning. I finally saved up enough money for a new bed frame and a new bed for my kids so that they can have a new bed because obviously they wear pull-up still and they pee on the bed, right? So I'm constantly having to scrub out the pee stains, right? So I was so happy because today I was going to go pay for the furniture set, right? And guess what happens? My car stalls out. So then I call a mechanic and he was like, oh, it's probably going to be like $800 and all this stuff. But my ex, Carlos, he is a mechanic. So then I swallow my pride and then I text this man like, hey, I need your help. It's about my car. Like, I was literally going to treat him like a mechanic. Like, how much would you charge me? Is this an accurate rate? Just talk about the car that gets his kids from A to B. This man didn't answer the phone and then had the audacity to just say, what happened? And then when I said it's about my car, he didn't even respond.
You aren't with him anymore. You are not his responsibility. When the children are in your custody, they are your sole responsibility. He has the right to turn you down as a mechanic because now you're just a customer. Hold that shit. It's funny how they regret their decision, and then when they find out the guy has moved on, they get angry.
Fair, like, why the f do I have to go through this? And he's just fine. Like, that's not f***ing fair. He used to go about his life, have his home, have his cars, have his financial stability, and I'm over here f***ing struggling.
You thought the grass is greener on the other side until you found out it was a green doormat that said, go away. He moved on. Now you move on.
I'm frustrated because my whole world got disheveled. And I feel like he has moved on and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, I can't imagine, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've gotten through this and it's been however many years, because I could not imagine that.
Guys, normalize prenuptial agreements. Protect your peace. It's always about your wealth. She's never yours. She's only yours right now. Less than 10% succeed. Way, way less are happy. Bad odds.
If you don't know, I left my husband a year ago. And I've been wanting to come on here and give a life update of a year from now and what my life looks like. And I've been hoping that I would be able to come on here and tell you guys that life is just fucking great. But it's not. It's still really hard. I wanted to have my shit more together. I know that this isn't the truth, but I just feel like I'm failing so much as a mom. I know that that's not the truth, But life is fucking hard. I just got to spend 11.5 hours with my baby, and it was just the most sweetest time. I hate that I feel this way, but I miss my mom. so much. I miss my baby. Life is not where I want it to be a year later.
Any woman who becomes upset after a divorce is only upset because she didn't get the opportunity to destroy the man's life after the divorce. I love stories with happy endings.
I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month because he's not working, because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun, and I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man, grown able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about, says he works 15 hours a week.
Just the sound of her voice makes me think that's the best $326 that man is spending. Can you imagine hearing that voice yap on about nothing every day, and her saying, "Are you listening? Good thing the man is divorced now."
Tomorrow is my divorce day, and it's been a lot, to say the least. This moment I have equally dreaded and looked forward to, and the fact that it is now coming to an end officially tomorrow is mind-blowing. I cannot wait. I'm so impressed and proud of myself that I have been able to get through this divorce.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Alone. To be 25 years old and doing something of this caliber is huge. I am the youngest out of my friends to be married, and now I'm the youngest out of my friends to be divorced.
What? What?
So I'm gonna hold that with a lot of pride.
Many months later.
Tomorrow's Christmas, and I'm just crying because of how hard it's been. I feel like I'm trying to prove to myself I can be strong. It's really painful dealing with the loss of everything. Not having my husband.
The main thing is he's happy now, and you can't do anything about it. Your friends pushed you, but now you'll face the consequences alone. Divorce is now an achievement in the West. When the hell did our society values crumble like this?
We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day. Came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. And I said, "Can we talk about what happened yesterday?" And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he was like, "What's to talk about?" In my mind, I'm thinking, it's our last ditch effort to steer the ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we gonna do? And he just kept playing, and he was like, "I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease." He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all the shit done.
Yeah.
Be careful of what you ask for. You just might get it. She tried to control him and manipulate him. Good for him for recognizing it and leaving. If he had stayed, it would have been a life of misery.
So recently I caught up with an old friend, and she was telling me that she got divorced, and I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple, and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, "Honestly, I was just bored. My husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids, and I just got lonely and bored." And she says that when she would bring it up, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. She needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife, and her husband just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, boyfriends, or they had just got married, and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, I gotta work, You know, they had a big house, they had nice things. Like, he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced. And now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club, they just want to go to the bar, they just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. She said, no one wants to help me out. Like, I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kids. She's like, I just want someone to be a provider, not just a good time. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing? And she's like, I know. And I guess now her ex-husband is dating someone, like, seriously. They have been divorced for a total of 3 years, and he has been dating this girl for 2 years. She has 2 kids, and they're already living together. She says that he's fully taking care of her. Like, the girl doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home mom. They haven't had any new kids, but they're planning on having kids. And she's pissed because she's like, how can he move on so fast? Like, you know, I can't even find nobody, and he just found someone so quick, and he didn't even want to give us another try, like, blah, blah, blah.
She had someone on the side and it didn't work out. She played herself.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
He's out fishing and hunting with his buds, driving the vehicle he always wanted, and going to the restaurant that he likes. Get a new husband, and when you're tired of him, divorce him and try again. That's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video. Bye.